Hello, good morning friends. Today we are going to discuss about small d small l and capital D capital L. Usually most of us often get confused between these two. But I assure you that by the end of this video we definitely get rid out of our confusion. Okay. Before going to discuss this, first we should know these basic things. Okay, let's start from basic things. Optical activity. In our previous video, we look a little bit about optical activity. But let us learn something more about that. Yes. First, what is optical activity? Means here it is the ability of chiral molecule to rotate the plane of plane polarized light. To understand this, first let's look at this. See, this is a schematic representation to understand the optical activity. See, this is the light source. This is unpolarized light, polarizer, polarized light. This is a sample tube containing organic molecule. Okay, this is a optical rotation at 30-degree angle, movable analyzer, and finally absorber. Okay, let us discuss this. See, this is a light source. So from this source, here light is emitted. So this is a normal light. Normal light means this is an unpolarized light. See, when this unpolarized light is made to pass through the polarizer, then this unpolarized light get converts to polarized light. This polarized light enters into the sample tube containing organic molecule. We know that this is a sample tube containing organic molecule. See, when this polarized light enters into this tube, in this organic molecule is present. No, this organic molecule gets polarized. See, and here it is the movable analyzer, and finally we can observe whether the organic molecule which we sent through this, means which we used in this sample tube, is optically active or not. That we will discuss later. Okay, see, now we will come to this ability of chiral molecule. Means if we send a chiral molecule, means if we kept chiral molecule in this tube, then only it is possible for the rotation of this plane polarized light. So that's we have to remember. And this optical activity is measured using polarimeter. Actually it is an instrument. Okay, I think now it is clear. Yeah, next, second basic thing is racemic mixture. What is racemic mixture? Racemic mixture means here, see, with the help of, means in this optical activity I said rotation is possible. So here the rotation may be either towards the clockwise or anti-clockwise. Clockwise means right side, anti-clockwise means left side. See, in case of racemic mixture also rotation is present, means in racemic mixtures also rotation is present, but here it is equal amounts. See, equal amounts of left-handed and right-handed enantiomers of a chiral molecule. It's racemic mixture, means as a consequence of this. See, here it is in equal amounts, means 50 is to 50. So here the mixture of two enantiomers, means as here it is in equal amounts, it will not rotate the plane polarized light. So because of this effect of, means here the two enantiomers are there. Now these two enantiomers will get cancelled because as they are in equal amounts, and here they get cancelled. So that this type of mixture is called racemic mixture or racemate. And this phenomenon of rotation is called polarization rotation or circular birefringence. So this rotation is called polarization rotation or circular birefringence. I think it is clear about the racemic mixture. It's nothing, just you see, if we observe a racemic mixture, it will definitely have, means it have the equal amounts of enantiomers. And here rotation is not possible because they are in equal amounts, and here due to net specific rotation this rotation get cancelled. So this is racemic mixture. Okay, now let us enter into our main today's topic, that is small d, small l, and capital D, capital L. First, small d, small l. As I said, that means just based on optical activity, means based on the rotation of plane polarized light. See, if the rotation is towards the clockwise direction, clockwise, if you observe a watch or clock, then we will know that is if the rotation is clockwise direction, then that is towards the right side. So this is a small d, means if the rotation is towards the right side or a clockwise direction, then it is indicated by the small d, and that rotation is dextrorotatory, and that is dextrorotation. If the rotation towards the left side or anti-clockwise direction, and here it is indicated by the small l, and it is levorotatory. See, in case of a racemic mixture and meso compounds, as I already discussed, of course here rotation is present, but due to net, means here due to net specific rotation, means they get cancelled. So we generally says that these racemic mixture and meso compounds are optically inactive. Okay, next, this is a next capital D and capital L. See, this small d and small l is related to optical activity, but this capital D and capital L are related to relative configuration in carbohydrates. Relative configuration means here this is used to indicate relative configuration in carbohydrates. And one note, of course this note may not be related to this topic, but just a note for us. See, all means all carbohydrates consist of carbon, hydrogen and oxygen atoms, and this can be defined as polyhydroxy aldehydes or ketones. And we can also say that hydrates of carbon means hydrates of carbon. So carbon, hydrogen and oxygen are present in carbohydrates. Okay, let us enter into our topic, that is capital D. Means if we take any carbohydrate, for an example, if we have taken any sugar, that sugar should be drawn in a Fischer projection. Means if we drawn a particular compound or sugar molecule in Fischer projection, it should be drawn in such a way that, means if it is drawn in such a way that most oxidizable carbon, means the carbon containing more oxygen atoms, like that. So if most oxidized carbon containing group is present at the top and hydroxyl group at the bottom, chiral center point to right, means we should consider this hydroxyl group should be present towards the right from chiral center. Okay, then that is capital D. Okay, for capital L, this hydroxyl group should be present at left side from the chiral center. So that is capital L. Yeah, let us take this example. This is a D glucose and L glucose. See, if you observe here, this is a, of course this is the most oxidizable group and it is present at the top. So here also this is the most oxidizable group and it is present at the top. See, let us observe this hydroxyl group. See, from the chiral center, it is present towards the right side. So already we discussed in a hydroxyl group, if it is present towards the right side. So here it is present towards the right side, so it is a D glucose. And here this hydroxyl group is present towards the left side. We are considering this right and left from this chiral carbon. So this is a L glucose. And mostly in case of carbohydrates, these D glucose and L glucose are enantiomers. Enantiomers means they are non-superimposable, but they are mirror images. See, if you observe this, yeah, we come to know that these are mirror images, but these are not superimposable. So these are enantiomers. So if they give D glucose and ask to find the L glucose for carbohydrates, means this is in case of carbohydrate, just we had to draw the mirror image of this. Then this is D glucose and here it is L glucose. I think it is clear. If you have any doubts, please ask me. Thank you.